Right then, we're going in for an offbeat hi-hat groove today. This thing is cool. I love offbeat grooves. By the way, if you want to get into more basic versions of this, I do have a course called Offbeat Hi-Hat Grooves. Great name for a course. But yeah, so basically it's this kind of thing, but this one's a little bit more complicated than that. So if you're enjoying this stuff and you want some simple versions, go check that out as part of the channel membership. But this groove's a little bit more complicated if you want to get into something cool. So offbeat hi-hat grooves are where we're playing offbeats on the hi-hat. We count 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's on the beat. So offbeat is 1 and 2 and. So we have that metronome kind of clicking away. That's on the beat. Offbeat 1 and 2 and 4 and. So not on the beat with the click, we're playing off the beat in between. Ta-da. So that's what's going on here, but then I've got a bit of an interesting bass drum pattern that's designed to catch you out and throw you off a little bit. So jumping in, we have this. Bass drum on its own, hi-hat on its own. Snare drum on its own, hi-hat on its own. So that's a basic offbeat hi-hat groove. Kick, hat, snare, hat, kick, hat, snare, hat. And that's the kind of groove I teach people that want to get into stick tricks, because you can play it with one hand. Kick, hat, snare, hat. So just the right hand, kick, hat, snare, hat. Look at me, my hand is free. I can do tricks now. Yeah. Or if you drop a stick, really good to help you kind of pick up another stick, or play with your left hand, and then you can do tricks with the other hand. Yeah. So offbeat hi-hat grooves are great for that, because you can do most of them with one hand. So anyway, right, jumping out of that. Then we've got some of the kind of tricky kick stuff. So after we've got the kick, hat, snare, hat, we're then straight into a kick on its own. And then you'll see in the notation, we've got that funny squiggle thing right in the middle. That's a rest, an 8th note rest. So we have a gap there, nothing happening on beat 3. 1 and 2 and a 3. Nothing happening on 3. And then on the and of 3, we have a bass drum and a hi-hat together. And then snare, hi-hat to finish. So the last part of the groove, kick and hat together, snare, hat on their own. So up to there, 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a and 4 and completely lost the plot there, but you get the picture. So a little bit of a gap. The tricky thing with this is, number 1, the independence. Number 2 is the rhythm, getting the right speed. It's easy to play the right notes, and you've got to start here going kick, hat, snare, hat, kick together, snare, hat. And it doesn't sound musical, but you get the right notes. Then we start thinking about how fast are the notes, where's the gaps, that kind of thing. And you can do it by trying to read the notation, or trying to just listen to how the groove goes and match what you're hearing. So kick, hat, snare, hat, kick, together, snare, hat, kick, hat. And that's the groove. So that's it. Simple as that. You can make it a little bit more fancy if you want to, but give it a go. If you're struggling to get those syncopated kick patterns, 2 courses I'd recommend are the Offbeat Hi-Hat Grooves course and also the Bass Drum Bootcamp, and a new course which is the 6/8 Bass Drum Bootcamp if you want to get into a little bit more this kind of bass drum independence. And it's really the bass drum that makes grooves exciting. Here's no bass drum. Here's a groove. Groovy. Right, I'm going to play some bass drum. See how much cooler it sounds. All of a sudden, so hands are the same. That's just the bass drum. So you see, if you invest some time into this thing that you kick with your foot, your grooves are going to sound so much cooler. So again, I've got some stuff that can help you with that. But that's the offbeat hi-hat groove. Oh, 1 and a 2 and. Super cool. Right, I'm going to do a short solo now with that groove, moving it in a few different places, and I say this all the time, and you guys are probably sick of me doing this, but no good learning the groove. Do the groove, then try and do some fills, get back to the groove, do some more fills. You want to be able to manipulate the groove, not just be able to play it. Only then is it useful and something that you'll be able to use in music. So, bit of a solo now, demonstrating this in a few different ways. Here we go. And there we go, guys. Have some fun with that. Please subscribe if you're new. Check out the channel membership stuff if you want to get deeper into this kind of thing. And take it easy, and I will see you soon.